In the City of Genk in Belgium, we are running a big nature-based solutions project. We use the technique of reflexive monitoring because we believe that it can help us to get more clarity in the complexity of the project. Big nature-based solutions are very often complex projects, and in traditional project management you mainly focus on questions such as what needs to be done, what are the solutions, while you seldom have attention for questions as how are things going and why are things working or why are things not working. Reflexive monitoring is a technique that helps you focus on these type of questions as well. In that sense, reflexive monitoring does not really focus on nature-based solutions at a product, but focuses more on the process that is needed to come to good nature-based solutions implemented on the terrain. So, first of all, reflexive monitoring helps you to get a better grip on the complexity of the project, but secondly, it also helps you to act upon this, which means that it helps you to design better processes that can help you to implement your nature-based solutions. Based upon our experience, we think that reflexive monitoring takes a couple of things. Most importantly, we think that it requires a mindset of reflection. In our project, we constantly try to be aware of the broader context of the things that are happening. We are constantly asking ourselves questions such as why did this happen and how did this happen? Small things that at first may seem very trivial could have a relevance in a broader context. A reflexive mindset is constantly aware of this broader context and tries to analyze it more deeply. Secondly, we believe that reflexive monitoring also takes time. It takes time to keep track of the reflection that you have as an individual, but it also takes time to discuss the reflections that you have with your colleagues in dedicated meetings. And then the third thing that you need is the colleagues. You cannot do it alone, but we think that the success of our reflexive monitoring is because we do it with a group of 3 colleagues that are all open-minded in 2 senses. First of all, they are open to experiment with new techniques such as reflexive monitoring. But secondly, also open-minded in the sense that they're able to zoom out and they're good at looking at things and events in a broader perspective. We have developed a way of reflexive monitoring that consists of a few steps. First of all, we all keep a diary of our nature-based solutions project. In this diary, we write down all reflections and everything that we think it's noteworthy to write down on a daily basis. Secondly, we then have our monthly reflection sessions. It's a dedicated meeting in which we do the reflexive monitoring. During this session, we come together, we share our diaries and reflect together on it. We ask ourselves questions of, did you also notice it? Why did you write this down? What does it mean according to you? And based upon this, we have a discussion and we share our reflections. During this meeting, the next step is that based upon discussion, we try to come to learning questions. We try to see the questions that behind all these reflections and we write down these questions. Based upon these questions, we then go further during this session and we try to come to a list of actions, a list of to-dos in order to solve these questions or to make progress on these questions. These are the basic steps of our reflexive monitoring methodology. Next to this, we think that it's important that we have somebody appointed as our reflexive monitoring coordinator. He makes sure that we do all these steps and he coordinates the process of reflexive monitoring. What's also maybe important to mention about integrating our tools in our daily activities is that the to-dos that come out during the monthly reflection sessions, we also transfer them to our regular project meetings that take place at other points in time. We believe that that's the link between our process of reflexive monitoring and our regular process of project management. Our advice would be to just get started. Don't be overwhelmed or scared by the apparent complexity of reflexive monitoring. We believe that you should just start from very basic and very simple questions such as why is it working, why is this not working, and these type of questions. If you start from these questions, you start with reflecting, and that's the most important thing of reflexive monitoring, simply reflecting. Apart from that, it's up to you to find your own flavor that suits you and your project team.